So I got a new Sennheiser Evolution digital wireless. I haven't plugged it in, I haven't used it. But we're gonna test the gear to see what does it sound like. So let's grab a guitar. We're gonna test these wirelesses. I don't know what we're gonna do. We're gonna start kicking guitars in the air. We'll see. We're gonna use this Jackson guitar. I mean, the guitar sounds really good. You know, it sounds like what I expect it to sound. Let's try this wireless out. But here we go. I have a brand new Sennheiser Evolution digital wireless here. That Sennheiser did send to me to test out. So I'm going to give you a review, what I think. Well, I played a lot of shows, a lot of DragonForce shows. I've always used a wireless system. Actually, one of the first few wireless systems I used was a Sennheiser Evolution. This device is now made in Romania. Previous Sennheiser systems I had was made in Germany. This is running on the UHF frequencies wirelessly. So instead of using the Wi-Fi, let's say the guitar wirelesses that I have used that runs on the Wi-Fi system 1 to 13, those channels, has been really bad for me. Years ago, it was fine. And then later on, it just drop out all the time. There's too much interference because Wi-Fis are everywhere now. I have completely given up on using any wirelesses on stage for the guitar which run on the Wi-Fi frequency 1 to 13. So I'm glad this is running on the UHF system. Okay, let's turn it on. As straightforward as it is, switch this on. The power button is under the cover. The first thing you should do is actually do an auto scan. So I'm going to auto scan here. What is auto scan? Auto scan means looking for the cleanest frequency in the area where you're at. And you should do this every single day if you're on tour to see what's the cleanest frequency in the area. Auto scan, it found me channel 2 off here. I'm going to do set. Great. After that's done, I believe if I press sync, I press sync here, it will synchronize. Yep. Done. I'm going to link a cable from the back here. Now it goes into the camper. I'm going to plug this into a guitar. Let's have a listen to this. I can't feel any latency. It's super low. Channel, tune. Okay, tuning. That's manual tune. Reset. Okay, pretty straightforward. That's it. Quick swap. Obviously, there's a slight degrade. You're going to get a little degraded tone on your end being compressed again through the internet, through the technology of compression for you to be able to see this video. But I feel like it's very, very little, very subtle. I've tried different kind of wirelesses, and some of them you lose a lot of bass, some of them you lose a lot of high-end frequencies. Like suddenly you go, wow, okay, I need to re-EQ my guitar. But these days, the technology, especially Sennheiser, I would say Sennheiser is in the top 3 or top 2 when it comes to wireless technologies and for professional musicians to use. Because I have products by them that I use on stage every single day. So I wouldn't use them if they're not good enough. Let's try this custom ESP that ESP made me. So let's try with a with the wireless. I'll plug this back into the Sennheiser digital wireless here. A very small difference, but I think it's so subtle that it doesn't really matter that much when it comes to playing live, because there's so much more noise around you. If I put a backing track on, will you hear the difference? Let's try it. So for me, I think I'm happy with this. It's definitely works for stage. I have trust in Sennheiser that they know how to do wireless systems from my experience of using them on stage before. I'm going to point a few things out to you that I've never seen anyone point out. The pack placement is very important to make a wireless system work. I need to put this wireless system here, and it needs to be secure. The cable going to point downwards, going towards the guitar. Right, so let's see if I can detach this. There we go. And I feed my strap into it to help secure the wireless on the strap. It's important to have good strap locks, or at least straps that you can move between guitars when you play on stage. I have a strap here that kind of locks into different guitars, so you can do that, or just use same strap locks on all the guitars. So here we go. I have the cable fed through it. I'm going to reattach the side. Nicely done. So what I would recommend you to do is use electrical tape and wrap it around here, because you don't want to wrap around the whole pack and stop the battery compartment from opening so you can switch the wireless on and off. So I would use electrical tape. I don't have the electrical tape right on me here, so we're going to use gaff tape. Don't use duct tape, because the duct tape makes it all disgusting. There you go. Another thing I would do, I'm going to put a tape over this end. I'm going to put this over the metal. Secure it better. If you worry about the battery compartment opening up, you can put a little tape here, and then you can just easily peel off to secure the battery at the show. And there you go. That's one way. This cable is kind of too long. As a professional, I would buy custom length cable, and if certain guitar you need a right angle jack. Otherwise, you just have to tape your cable. You know, you got to shorten it out somehow and get the right length. That's up to you, depending on your position and your guitar. If I was going to criticize it, you can rack mount this, but the aerial is going to be at the back. It doesn't come with the extension cable to put the aerial in the front of the rack mount. It comes with the rack mounts, but it doesn't come with two cables to make the air antenna go in the front. So you need to buy that separately in order to get the bracket of the antenna going in. But as a basic single unit, I don't expect any problems to come from a Sennheiser system, from my experience of Sennheiser products. The best way to test a wireless system is this. You go at a festival, backstage of a festival, before you play. There's so many wirelesses on. Everyone have wireless system. So you go and test this wireless system in the back of the stage during a massive festival, and you see if there's dropout or not. Because that's where you can really test if there's frequency interference and all these things happening. advice on this also. There are multiple UHF frequencies you can buy these wirelesses in. So multiple versions of them. Look up what's the best frequency range you should get for the amount of touring or where you're going to be playing. If you're going to be touring in Europe and the US, maybe there's one batch of frequency that is better than another. This is something really important. When I was buying wirelesses for DragonForce usage, I definitely checked around the world what frequencies is allowed and which is the best one for the minimum amounts of interference that can have on your wireless system. And you can also use an app. I haven't tried the app because I don't see the reason I will be needing an app right now to use this. But there's an app feature you can use that you can look at frequencies and how your wireless system is behaving. There you go. I'm glad this also shows you the battery life of your pack and how much frequencies there are. This is a well-built system. This doesn't feel like a toy. I would say they're definitely professional grade stuff, you know, in what they do. Oh, that's a good question. Do I use the same system for vocals and bass too, or do you have to tune them to different frequencies, I imagine? You would definitely have to run them on different frequencies. I have an in-ear monitoring system that run on a different frequency range than where the guitar frequencies are running, so they don't interfere. So that's why I recommend. I recommend everybody to get a wireless system. Do you know why? It frees you up to do cool stuff that you can practice at home in case you're going to take it on stage. If you play on the cable all the time, you will not have the freedom to maybe do your own thing when it comes to a stage performance. I hope this is useful information. Okay, what time is it? Oh, I gotta run. I gotta get on to some other important things. Hope you guys enjoy. All right, I'll see you later. Thank you. Bye.